Hello class, I'm calling this video using Hacker for the Stage 2 paper on subjectivity. This little video is for anyone who wants one of two things: to understand more precisely what I want in the Stage 2 paper, or anyone who wants to improve their success in writing academic papers. So if that's you, let's go. This week, we are going to turn to Hacker, the other book that you were required to buy, Rules for Writers. And we're going to think about how this book is going to be your best buddy from here to the end of our research paper. Why turn to Hacker in the middle of a course on African American religious culture? That, first of all, the content in this course, I think, is powerful and is important for any person. I'm excited as an academic, as an intellectual, I'm excited to talk these ideas with anybody, but particularly for Americans. I think this is important history and that these are powerful writers and that your world is bigger when you've seen it. But I also have two really pragmatic edges in this course. And the first is to provide a way of thinking about religious identity that will make each of you stronger as you move into the world. It is my experience of this world that religious identities are playing a significant and even determinative role in our lives. But if I just say 9/11, do you understand what I mean when I say that, right? That religious identities are having a determinative role in our lives. So I want you to be able to leave this course as citizens who are capable of thinking about the power of religious identities well. And I think our approach to religion in this class is good for that it will give you mileage, that you will leave this class with this frame, and it is going to help as you make sense of the world in the coming century. So, that's one pragmatic piece. But the second pragmatic piece is this book. This is one of the finest gifts, if you're not already using this or another great book on writing, academic writing. This is one of the great gifts anyone has ever given you, and you can thank them for doing so. In terms of this week, then, I'm going to recommend to all of you who have some improving to do in your academic writing skills that you spend no less than 2 hours reading Hacker. And I'm going to be very specific. At the very beginning of your book is something called the brief menu. If you look at that brief menu, you'll see that the first two major subheadings are the writing process and academic writing. Those two are the recipe, the key, that anyone who has struggled with academic writing needs to read. Because what those of you who have figured out the game of academic writing know is that there is a basic recipe card for how to be successful. And if you don't know that recipe card, then you can go through angst and anxiety and develop ideas, and you just keep heading out there with people who apparently cannot read you very well because you put it down well and they didn't get it. And so if you would like to be out there on the field with the people who are like, I know what the game is, I know what the rules are, I know how to do this, start with Hackers, the writing process, and academic writing, those first two sections. Then the rest of this, we're going to hit lots of clarity, grammar. Those are beautiful for finding, like, when do you use a semicolon, those kinds of issues. But really what you need to do next is to head over to the sections on research and writing papers in either MLA style or writing papers in APA style over here. So research and writing papers in MLA style or writing papers in APA style. And if you did not know quite how the successful people were getting their papers written, it's because they know what's in there. This is the key. Most specifically, even, I want you to look, the very first section in writing papers MLA or APA style is writing a thesis. This paper, stage 2, if there is one thing to get right, it is to drive your paper with a beautiful thesis. That's what I'd like to see you nail on this paper. And her sections on a thesis come complete with little exercises that will surprise you on why one thesis is strong and one thesis is not so strong. You might want to argue with her, but she's right. I think she's right. So you want to play on this playing field, figure out what Hacker is telling you about to narrow and define an appropriate thesis.